All right, we are going to do 2 and multi-step equations. And inequalities. Okay? What is the number one goal when you are solving equations? What are we trying to do?
Get the answer.
Okay, so how do we get the answer?
By getting X
Put it in
alone.
the swimming pool.
By getting X alone.
That one.
Selena, I'm teaching right now. Can you please? Okay, hold on. I'm almost done. Go sit down. All right, so we get X alone. What word did we use for getting something alone last time?
And then we'll punch it one.
Okay.
It one
So variable is X.
small,
And what word did we use for getting alone?
it long here. Because that's how the hair is supposed
Selena, go sit down.
to be.
Isolate. So our goal is to isolate the variable. Last time we did one-step equations, which was just doing the opposite of what was being done. So right now we're going to look at two-step equations first. And for the 2 steps, first you add or subtract the constant. Okay? The constant is the one without the variable, so the one without the x, the single number. And then your 2-step is divide or multiply by the coefficient. And the coefficient is the one with the variable. They're together. I put divide first because most of the time that's what you're going to be doing. Sometimes you'll multiply, but most of the time it's just going to be division. And then last time we talked about a special rule for inequalities that I call the golden rule. What is that golden rule of inequalities?
Flip the inequality sign
Okay, when do we flip the inequality sign?
when you're dividing by or multiplying by a negative.
Perfect. So anytime you multiply or divide by a negative, we got to flip that inequality sign. So we're still using that, and we always use that when solving. So these are my 2 big things, isolate and golden rule. Don't forget. Y'all are awesome. You are actually remembering what I said, and if you're not remembering, you're looking back at your notes, which is awesome and perfect just the same. Y'all are participating. Best class yet. Don't tell my other classes. All right, we're going to do 4 examples, 2 on equations and 2 on inequalities. The one with the paint. Okay. So my first example, 4x minus 3, Selena, hold on, equals negative 27. We'll get you another one in a little bit. All right. What is my first step to isolate the variable?
Add 3 to both sides.
Okay. Why am I adding 3?
To get rid of to get the the variable one.
Okay. So why the 3? Why not the 4?
Because the 4 is being multiplied by x.
The 4 is being multiplied by x. So that's my coefficient. They're buddies right now. We don't get rid of it yet. We get rid of the one that's single, who's easily to get away. He's easy to move because he's by himself. What is negative 3 plus 3? 0. What is negative 27 plus 3?
Negative 24.
Perfect. All right, hold on again, you guys. Yeah. All right, so what's my next step to get that variable alone? To isolate it. In a little bit, hold on. What?
Divide both sides by 4.
4 divided by 4?
1.
Perfect. Which is just x, yes. Negative 24 divided by 4?
6.
Close.
Negative 6.
Negative 6. You gotta remember that little pesky negative. Be careful with those signs. They could mess you up. Especially if you start off a long problem and miss a negative. You're messed up for the rest of the problem. And that's it. My 2 steps. Add or subtract. Divide or multiply. Done. 2 steps. That's why it's a 2-step equation. Let's try another one. 8 minus 7t equals 29. 8 minus 7t equals 29. What am I going to do first to isolate the variable?
Subtract both sides by 8.
Okay, and why am I subtracting by 8?
Because 8 is a positive.
Okay, because 8 is a positive. And why 8 and not 7?
Because 7 is being multiplied by t.
7 is being multiplied by t. That's my coefficient. So that's the second thing I do. 8 is the single number. That's my constant. So you always start off with your constant in 2-step equations. 8 minus 8?
0.
29 minus 8?
21.
21. I'm going to bring everything else down. What's my next step?
Divide.
Divide by what?
Negative 7.
Okay. I'm dividing by negative 7 on both sides. Negative 7 divided by negative 7?
1.
1.
Or 1.
I know, it's tricky because we want it to get rid of, but for multiplying and dividing, it's always 1, adding, subtracting 0. So we have t equals 21 divided by negative 7?
Negative 3.
Negative 3.
Negative 3.